Hey everyone, thanks for coming to my channel today. Today's topic is going to be about our personal pet emergency and what happened. So if you've been in personal finance at all, if you've looked up anything on YouTube or Google or anything, you've probably come across Dave Ramsey and his 7 baby steps. Now, truth be told, those baby steps sometimes feel like leaps, but it's a plan for saving money and repaying your debt and building up some wealth. There are 2 types of people: people that love Dave, people that hate Dave. But more and more we're seeing people kind of split the middle. And that's kind of where I'm at today. And our pet emergency kind of reminded me of this. So his first baby step is to save $1,000 and then pay off your debt. We're not 100% debt free right now because of some medical things that I might cover in another video. And then we have our mortgage. So we were looking at our emergency fund a couple of years ago, and we were like, we should probably try to increase this. Maybe not even a couple of years ago, maybe like 15 months ago. And so we set a goal, and we were going to try to hit that goal, which we didn't, but that's okay. At least we had more than $1,000. Our dog hurt himself pretty bad, and it was just the weirdest accident. Some friends of ours were selling a sofa, and we needed a new sofa, but I didn't want to pay, sticker price at the store. So I thought, well, we know them and they're clean people, so we'll take their sofa and they'll get some money out of it and we'll get a new sofa. It didn't really occur to me at the time that because it was a sectional sofa with the sleep bed and the reclining pieces to that it would have a metal frame. I've always had, since I've had a dog anyway, I've always had just a regular sofa with the 4 little legs, and that was it. But this one has the metal frame, and our dog sleeps under our coffee table a lot. He's a big dog. He barely fits under there. So then when he stretches his arms like this, they go all the way to the sofa. One of his legs went under the sofa, and then he pulled it back in. And when he did that, he caught it on the piece of a metal frame somewhere, and it ripped his hide about 4 to 5 inches long and almost half an inch deep. Thankfully, he missed the artery that runs to his paw. It was a very narrow miss, the surgeon said, but he did have to have surgery. And we didn't have pet insurance on him. He's almost 5 years old. And when he was about 150, 160 pounds, we kind of did some math and decided that 300 to 350 would be a good emergency fund for him. But that was probably only halfway there. When he had the surgery, it cost $535 for the surgery. It cost $25 for the medication that he needed, and then the vet's office did give us an e-collar that was plastic, but it didn't really work well for him. He shattered that thing into pieces within seconds of them putting it on. So we had to go and get a comfy cone. And because it was an emergency, we could not order the comfy cone from somewhere cheaper and have it sent to our house. We had to go to the nearest pet store and get a $55 comfy cone right away. We were very lucky that they even had the proper size in their store because there was only one that would fit around his neck. Our dog is now 190 pounds. So to put him to sleep was almost like putting an actual person to sleep, And so it cost quite a bit of money. If you were to Google right now, would the average American be able to cover a $500 emergency without charging it to their credit card? The answer is probably no for most people. And that's why Dave wants you to have your $1,000 emergency fund. But there might be circumstances in your personal life that would dictate that maybe your emergency fund should be a little bit more padded than even that. With our dog, we needed about $600. Now, Facebook, when I put a post up to let my friends know what happened with our dog and things like that, they asked me if I would like to turn it into a fundraiser. I didn't even know you could do that with Facebook at the time. I only knew about GoFundMe, and I wasn't going to do it on GoFundMe or anything, but when Facebook asked, would you like to turn this post into that, I just went ahead and clicked yes, because it was really simple to do. And we had 5 friends help us out with that, and that paid for the special comfy cone collar and the medication, and then we just had to cover the surgery. The surgeon herself was really nice. She had 3 Great Danes herself, and she knew how much they cost. Even with pet insurance, they are still expensive dogs, and so she donated some of her time in the operating room and made it a little bit more affordable, so that it was only $534. And that was a huge blessing. But all in all, our dog emergency cost $600. And that can get you pretty close to zero pretty fast on your emergency fund. So was $1,000 enough for one emergency? Yes, it was in this case. Do I feel comfortable with only keeping $1,000 in my emergency fund now that this actual real life emergency has happened? I don't really know. We're a family of 5 plus our giant dog, so I would like to bump those up to about $600 per person and per animal. So we're going to try to beef our emergency fund back up from where it was drained and then replace it up to that number, which would be about $3,600 or so. This caused me to not just look at pet insurance, but to look at our healthcare insurance and things like that. Healthcare insurance costs keep going up, and so do the costs of things that we need. So my everyday medications that I need for my thyroid gland also keep going up. And if we do reach our catastrophic, which would be horrible if we had to reach our catastrophic on our health insurance, then they're not going to cover my medications anyway. I still have to cover those myself. They're not included in the catastrophic caps anymore for my insurance policy. When we crunched the numbers, it wasn't really worth paying for the higher plan because we could just save that money and put it in our emergency fund and use it if we need it instead of worrying about trying to get it out. Sorry about this, guys. My eye is itching. A little bit of allergy season going on. Anyway, so our copays, if we have an emergency that's not a car accident, it would be $350 plus a percentage of certain other lab type tests, diagnostic type tests. So I think $600 per person would be good, and then anything after that, we would just have to set up a payment plan like we have with our other medical debt. But $600 would definitely get us in and out of the emergency room. If it's a car accident, our car insurance is supposed to help cover some of that. So then we might not even need the whole $600 in that instance. Hopefully, none of those things happen. But as we just recently found out on December 20th with our dog, weird things happen and inanimate objects can do some damage that you didn't even think that they could do. So in order to fix our sofa so that it's now safe for our dog, we had some pool noodles left over from our Nerf zombie games that we play at a local park, and those are so much fun. Hopefully one day I will have cameras in order to set that up so I can film it and show y'all how we throw Nerf parties. But we took those pool noodles and we sliced them on one side, and we were able to wrap the metal frame, and so now our dog is safer than he was before. It was just the weirdest accident ever. And we were right there. In fact, he had to stick his leg between my husband's legs because he was sitting on the couch when it happened. It was just bizarre. But anyway, that is our lesson over personal finance and how we have decided to adjust our emergency fund a little bit so that we can cover more basic medical needs when they pop up, either for us or for our animal. I know that some people think it's really silly when you care a lot about your animal, but the Bible does say that if you're going to have a beast, you do need to take care of it. And he does bring us joy, and I really do like having him, so I need to do what I can do to take care of him. Alright, so thank you for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll get new notifications when I put out new videos. And tell me what you think. Do you think that Dave Ramsey is right, that $1,000 is enough? Or do you feel like reviewing our real life numbers, does that encourage you to save more than $1,000 for your emergency fund? Drop those in the comments and let me know what you think. All right. See you next time.